Yes. Yes, what's happening, everybody, man? Yeah, it's big one today. Big one today, North London derby, at home to Spurs. Yeah, looking forward to this one. And after the international break is done, and yeah, looking forward to it. And I've got my bro here, Damos, in the house. How's it going, bro?
All good, man. All good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain. I'm just like I said, I'm glad. No one can blame the if we were to lose or draw today. If you saw the weather earlier on, no one can blame it. Because with the rain and all, and now it's quite bright. And
Yeah,
when
it's not
it's
too bad.
what I mean, when it's quite bright, so yeah, for today, man. What's your feelings on the game today, brother? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's,
We saw the results yesterday. So every game's a must win, but now it's even more a must win because it's so important with City and Liverpool chasing, and now look, Chelsea's trying to get in the mix. Every time they mess up, it's so important we capitalise. You know what I mean? So if we can get that result today, then it says a big statement.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, man. I feel the same. It would be a massive statement, and I feel that a couple of weeks ago with the Sunderland result, it's one that you think, you know what, we're over that now. It's about today. We're over that, but then we look at it and we feel, hey, we're still top of the league. It that I think 2 weeks ago that result would have been a bigger disaster if we were in third or fourth or fifth, and we were
Yeah.
eight 8 points, 8 9 points away from the top.
Mm.
So that's one of those games where you think, you know what, that's the one time I can remember in quite a long time where we can actually afford to make an error. And today with what's happened yesterday, if we can just push on, because if we can just push on, be what 6 points ahead of Chelsea going into the
Mm.
Chelsea game this week. You know what I mean? So, and I know,
That would
like you
be.
say, Chelsea in the mix now, so Chelsea will be up for it. But and I know I don't. I know we'll talk about the game next. We'll talk about it another day with game next week. But it'd be just be nice to just have that nice 6 point cushion today, and
Mm.
so what does the North London derby mean to you, brother?
It's a big game for all Arsenal fans, isn't it? Obviously, for Tottenham fans, it's the one game that they that's the one game they've been looking forward to since they were young. That's the only game. That's all they play for, that one game. But
Isn't
for
it?
us, you know what I mean? It's
Well, they
different
play
for
for
us.
two games, isn't it? Because they've got the home and
Yeah, yeah,
away games. They play for
that's
two
their
games.
season. And they have the
It's their
DVD
cup
showing.
final.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those
isn't
two
it?
games.
You know what? I've
But
never said this. God, I've never said it before, but it's like it's just yeah. Okay, this game. You know what? It's our League Cup final, lads. Our League Cup
mm,
final. And then when we play them at White Hart Lane, yeah, this is our FA Cup final.
yeah, it means a lot to them in a different kind of way. For us, you know what I mean? It's different. But yeah. But again, I mean, they to give them some credit, the team has shown they're obviously not that great, but they have shown some great parts. So we can't take them lightly.
Yeah,
But with our my only concern is our team, because we're a little bit few injuries and a few players coming back. Because I know if we got our full squad and we're at our best, then they ain't touching us. But again, this gives them a small chance to try and get at us. Um, so yeah, it's be interesting to see who's back. Be interesting to see who's able to make an impact. Because again, you know, if Odegaard's back, do you expect him to be at those levels straight away in a game like this? I don't know. So these are the factors that I'm more not concerned about, but that's what I'm looking at. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, I'm totally agreeing with you on that in terms of those players coming back will most likely be on the bench anyway, and I would have them on the bench. Because it's always a risk, isn't it, when you just bring someone you know,
Mm,
into a game, and also maybe the manager's also thinking not just about this game, but obviously, but with Bayern Munich as well. I feel that. he may actually start one or two of those players, but like I said, I mean, it's all about today, and I mean, how do you think we'll set up? I mean, do you think in terms of, well, we know Tottenham going to go to low block. They'll go to low block.
Mm.
I think for us, do you think we're at home? It's just that I find this season, yeah, it's that we can start off very quickly, and or we can start off very slowly. You know,
Mm.
do you think? How do you think? Do you think we'll blast out the blocks like Linford, or what do you reckon?
I honestly don't know. The reason why I say that is just I don't know who's out of there's about 3 or 4 players. I don't know who's going to be starting. If this was a few
Mm.
weeks ago, then I would know. Um, and it depends how this game pans out. Because would you, in these kind of games, would you rather get the goal early? What does our mentality switch off, or do we keep going? Do you know what I mean? So um, there's so many dynamics. I mean, how do you feel this current squad when we're winning 1-0? Do you feel that we keep going, or do you feel we end up sitting back? Because it does open up for us a little bit. Because teams stop doing the low block because they need to come out and get that goal. So do you think it benefits us to get an early one goal?
Well, I always think an early goal in any game, it does benefit us, and I think today if we get an early goal, I think we'd actually go for the second and the third and the fourth. But if we were playing, say, like Man City, I know we've played them already. If we were playing Liverpool at home today, regardless of Liverpool's form, or we was
Mm.
playing, say, United or Chelsea, I feel that if we went 1-0 up, or even a top side in Europe, I feel that we would just try and hold it to one
Mm.
nil at half time, and that's not always a good thing because Arteta, he's very very cautious, and
You
I
don't want to
feel,
invite too much trouble. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, like the last game, going back to the Sunderland game where we were 2-1 up, and I thought we had the energy to go get the third goal, and then he brings on Mosquera. Maybe he was probably better off bringing Miles Skelly to help protect the back four. But then I just feel with this squad he's got, he should trust it, and now and he should trust the squad, and he shouldn't be overcautious today with anything. I mean, you know
But
what I mean?
Ben, I have a question though. Although we're looking in hindsight, we have a defensive record that's amazing. And if you're winning 2-1, like no one's been able to score against us. So when he made those changes, did you not think, yeah, we'll be fine? Do you know what I mean? Or did you feel, oh, it's a risky one because of how Sunderland were coming at us?
Do you know what? I felt we would have been fine. I felt we would have been fine if he'd replaced Mosquera with Saliba or Gabriel, or if he'd have replaced a right back, or left back with a left back.
Mm.
I felt we'd have been fine. You know what I mean? I really do. I know you can. I know there are teams that do play with 3 centre halves. I mean, Crystal Palace do it, but I
Mm.
just feel that if you're going to do that, that means you'd have to change it.
You
You'd have to change,
sacrificed
sorry, like
someone.
you'd have to have our fullbacks would have to become wing backs, which they can do.
Mm.
Calafiori can do it. Could do it, and I still think we could have gone on and pushed on for that third goal because Sunderland just looked dead. But then when we sat
Mm.
back, it's like they were saying, "Hey, we got a lifeline here. We could probably get an equaliser."
Yeah, as we
You know what
lost
I
one
mean?
extra player
But
moving forward, didn't we? So,
yeah, yeah, we did exactly, and
mm.
and and that was the thing. But you know what? It's you live and you learn from them, from those types of decisions.
Situation.
Really,
Yeah,
it's like they look the
hopefully.
words that they like to find margins. So, but today, if he wants to do that today, do it when you're 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I
And
hear you.
that's
That
one of the
is
reasons
true.
why. And that's why. And another reason why I love us to score early. And you see with the Atletico Madrid game when we got all the 4 goals in the second half, when we were 3-0
Mm.
up, there were some subs that he made, and and the Declan Rice one really pleased me when he made that. It was a right decision to make when he took him off, because at least then that's when we thought, oh, good, he's free for the Bayern Munich game. So it's all about those, as long as the manager's making the right decisions, I'm not going to moan. I'm not going to complain.
What do you mean he's free? What, in terms of not getting booked or anything? Or
yeah, because if he'd have got booked against, sorry, not the Atletico Madrid game. Sorry, I do apologise.
The next game.
It was the last game we played away. It was, and we won the game.
Yeah, see, international break made it so long away. International break just got in the way, and I've forgotten.
I'm telling you, man. Oh yeah, Slavia Prague.
Prague.
So he made. Yeah, sorry, it weren't Atletico. He made the right substitutions with Slavia Prague. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he kept Saka on. And that's always a worry with Saka because it doesn't matter who he comes up against. They're always gonna want to kick him. You know what I mean? And give him that.
Yeah,
So if Rice was booked against Slavia Prague, he would have missed the Bayern Munich game, and wouldn't want him to miss that at all. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, but who do you think's key player today?
And we've got a few. I mean, so obviously Saka seems like he's okay. I think. Is there talk of him not being there? Saka's okay, isn't he?
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. I think the doubts were Gyökeres. Gyökeres, well, I think he was a doubt yesterday when I was on with Bobby. I think there was Gyökeres.
Havertz has got a setback, hasn't he? Apparently,
he said doubts. You can play in it. Sorry,
Havertz has a setback, so he's out for another month or so, a few weeks. I don't know.
It's Havertz, Gabriel, and Jesus, but there's others who are doubts, and the rest of them are fit. But I just feel.
Who would you have? Who would you like to start with the players that you know are there? I mean, if Odegaard's fit, would you still have Eze in the middle?
Yeah, you got to, and have an Odegaard. For me, be on the bench, and then try and make an impression. Come on in, the number. I want to see him in the number 8 role, but we won't see him in the 8 role. We'll see him in the 10. And if he and with the system that Arteta plays, he always looks better in that. He looks better in the 8 than he does the 10. He really does on that left side with the 8, where Declan Rice is playing now. I would start Mourinho today. I know.
In what position? As up front?
I'd start him up front. Because you see, you want to ease Gyökeres back in. So I'd rather.
Yeah, you can't put anything like that.
Yeah, and also it's a good thing because when you have these players coming back and they're on the bench, it can wake up the first team players and think, well, hold on a minute. I want to keep these guys out.
Yeah, competition keeps people fresh.
You know what I mean? Be like me and him, it might be cool, but I want to keep them out. So you need that, and that gets me onto this as well. Competition. What's impressed me as well this season, the early season before he got injured, Gabriel Martinelli. You see how Gabriel Martinelli didn't really have competition last year. There was him and Trossard, but because we've now got players in that can also play on the left, you've seen his responses. What's your opinion on that? Because I just think it's been a tremendous response.
Yeah. I mean, I think the majority of Arsenal fans voted him off. I'm not saying it's a redemption arc where he's going to become the next. Do you know what I mean? Whichever top player you want to name, but I'm happy with how he's playing and trying to be better. I still don't know what that's going to mean for him in terms of his future. Whether we can improve that left wing by getting someone in or what. But while he's there, it's almost like him and Trossard are like half players. You can't have one of them do the whole game. They're just half players. You just got to choose which half will work better at the time. But yeah. I mean, if we just brought in a baller and them two left, I wouldn't be upset. But again, while they're here, I'm happy with the energy that they're showing, and they're getting a couple goals and assists here and there. So yeah, we'll see what happens in Jan and obviously next season with those two.
Well, that's the thing. I was meant to mention Trossard as well because he's responded well.
Yeah, they both kind of have.
He played with Sunderland, yeah, and that's what you need. You need that competition, and I feel for me like there's was it Semenyo, is it, and Rodrigo. Well, I don't think Rodrigo come to the club anymore.
Forget Rodrigo these days, man. But yeah, Semenyo is a strong player on that side. He walks past people easily.
Nothing. And you see, for me, if we can I feel we need to get him in January because it would push us on even more. So, and the competition would be even greater, and it would just push us on to getting more results. In my opinion, you need that. And plus, there's always going to be a concern about injuries. I mean, we do, every club has injuries, of course, but I think you need more squad players because in case you do get those injuries, you know what I mean? I know we don't wish it on anyone, but in case you do, at least we've got that strength and depth. It's like today. And speaking of injuries, what's your take on Gabriel missing? And do you trust those that can come in and do a job?
Yeah, that's a good thing about Mosquera and Incapié and them sort of players. They're not like, they don't weaken us. Do you know what I mean? And they're doing all right. So I don't feel. I always go back to the Mustafi days and all them kind of days. It's not like you're putting in a Mickey Mouse player in place of him. So yes, it's a big blow to us. Hope he can recover strong. But we have a couple of players that should be able to fill in. So yeah, I don't know, how do I word it? I want to say I'm confident in the replacement. I'm like, yeah, we've got a good enough player in place of him. Whether that means we'll have clean sheets forever, I don't think so. I don't know, but they're good enough.
Yeah, 100%.
We need to stop losing more players to injury. That's all. Otherwise, it's gonna. Yeah. I don't want to have to get to that point where there's so many. It's like, ooh. Then we go back to the Mustafi days. I don't want that. So. Yeah.
And you know what? And Mustafi, right? Let me tell you a funny story about. I must have told you about it years ago, man. You remember when we said when we buy Pro Evo every year, and when old games we had, and there was Mustafi, and I was on playing on hard mode once. I'm sure I told you we had a laugh about it, where Mustafi, I was using Mustafi, and he brings down Harry Kane, but then it's a penalty, which I saved. But when I saw the replay again, it wasn't a penalty. But it's like, refereeing to the game, I just thought, you know what? They probably just, even the game hated Mustafi. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a terrible, man. Do you remember the first time we saw Mustafi? We saw him on his debut against Southampton.
What? No, I saw him warming up, and I thought, this guy's got good touch, good control. Like, I thought, okay, he's a player.
Exactly.
But that was warming up at the beginning. So yeah, he had a couple good moments. He had a couple good moments.
You know what I mean? We won the game 2-1, didn't it? He didn't have a bad game, right? But then as the season went on, it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I know it's just terrible, man. But no, but like I said, I'm just looking forward to the game today, and I'm just thinking, unsung heroes today. I think my unsung hero today, right, if we have one, would probably be, I would say, I'll go with Calafiori. If he starts today, I have a feeling he's going to have a really good game. I feel like there's going to be an assist within him. You know what I'm saying? I think, and it wouldn't surprise me if he defends well, gets an assist, and probably ends up scoring a rocket. That's just the type of player.
Eze will be up for it too. Yeah, no, he's quality. I mean, Eze will be up for it too, you know.
I mean, yeah, because
how that will translate. No, I'm saying how that will translate to his performance, I'm not sure, because he might be so up for it. he might not be concentrating, or it might have the opposite effect where he start for it, you just see the best of him. So let's see.
I mean, with player, I mean, if Odegaard's on the bench today, he'll be desperate to try and improve. But do you feel with Eze, what's your take on him? And before you answer, I'll just say my 2 cents on him is that as he's so good, rate him highly, but it's like I find it's either two things. Maybe the manager's trying to tell him to play like Odegaard or do some certain things that he would normally do at Palace, where he has the freedom when he's playing for Palace, he has freedom. When he's playing for England, he has that freedom. Or do you think he's trying too hard? Because I think at times he's trying too hard.
I'm not too sure. I mean, I like him as a player. I mean, when we had him on the strange thing is in the middle, I think he was probably. I preferred him to Odegaard in the middle. To be fair, but obviously that ain't going to happen. But obviously Odegaard in his day, he's stringing passes left, right, and centre. I thought Eze was also better on the left as well in terms of when Martinelli and what's his name, Trossard weren't really firing. Eze was comfortable on the left. Do you know what I mean? He was able to take the ball past people a lot easier than those guys. So I mean, I like him in the middle. I want him to when Gorkos is playing. I saw a lot of times where Gorkos is really tight between two defenders, so he's moving. And our midfielders, they're not brave enough to give him that pass. And I just want a bit of more bravery, whether it's Odegaard, whether it's Eze, whoever. Because have you noticed Gorkos does those runs where, again, you need a perfect pass to get to him, but no one's willing to take that risk. And then that's why he's always constantly making runs, and then no one's giving him the ball. So, yeah, I think that's one area where I want to see a change, wherever that is. But you've got what's his name as well, Wanyeri. When he's in the middle, it's not too bad either. But I don't know, is it Gorkos' fault for being so tight to the defenders, or is it we need to be less risk averse and actually try that splitting pass? Try it. Do you know what I mean? They might intercept.
Yeah, because I think sometimes, have you noticed at times when we do get over this last maybe 3 seasons or so, when we have got those through balls through the middle, something happens. And the big example of that was what Odegaard did last season, funny enough, against Tottenham, where that splitting pass that he gave the assist for Trossard, through those types of balls. Or I also find with Gyökeres, he's great off the ball as well. I find, with his movement, I love his movement, but it's like at times I think it will. As the season goes on, I think players will read Gyökeres' mind, because I think some of them don't at times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think all that with what they do on the training pitch, I think it will come off at some point.
It has to. To be honest, do you feel we've peaked yet? Because I feel we haven't even started yet, to be fair. And we're top.
No, we haven't. And we haven't always. We've been getting the results, but we haven't always played well. And sometimes we look like a George Graham team from the 90s. And there's times where we've shown a bit of Wenger magic. You know what I mean? But I feel we haven't got going. I hope we do today, because it always helps when you're playing good football. Because I can't recall teams that haven't played as good as they can and win a league title. It hasn't. People would laugh about the Chelsea sides from 2005, 2006, but when you watch highlights, or when I've seen like recently when they've been showing games on Sky and matches of the past, and I'm like, geez, this team were playing football, not as good as us back in the day, but all United, but they were playing football. And it was effective, even though we were defensively good.
I have to say, even though, like you were just saying there, like, we're not actually playing bad. It's just our forward play could be the area that I feel that needs to be better. Because we are controlling games, and we are holding on to possession, but again, possession not doing anything with it. But so that's all fine. I think it's just the forward play we need to be on
Yeah.
it. And
And
as you're saying, what's that?
you made a really good point a few weeks ago in one of them group chats with the possession and with the stats and everything else. And it was something that you said, and I'm like, yeah, you're so right. It was, like when we keep possession among the back five, and that adds up, isn't it? On the optas, on the stats, it does add up. So when you look at times when when we do that sometimes, and we get frustrated, we just want us to go forward. I understand. I understand when you if you've got the ball in midfield and you're under pressure, you're getting pressed, and you play the ball back. Fair enough. But sometimes I feel we keep playing the ball a lot when we're not under any pressure at all. And then when I see that a lot, I think back to what you said in terms of when who was it? Someone was talking about stats. Say for example,
Stats are misleading.
Yeah, because we could have 70% for the whole game, 90 minutes. We could have 70% possession, and the opposition have 30%. And you mentioned something on the lines of that you did say that it was misleading.
Yeah, because the wingers will have it with the edge of. I think I was saying we're at the edge of the box sometimes, and it will go from Saka to someone in the middle, and then to Martinelli. No option. Back. We keep doing that. Yeah, we've got possession, but if you're not doing anything with it, it's very misleading. But that's where the whole thing about we don't take risks. And I get it. It gives you possession. But again, if you're not doing nothing with the possession, then it's pointless. So I feel occasionally we should take the risk, i.e. what I was saying a minute ago, when you see a thin line and you're like, unless you're Pirlo, you can't make that pass. Do you know what I mean? Or Xavi and Iniesta, them kind of players, sorry. If you can't make that pass and take the risk, then you've missed an opportunity. So I think we need to take a little bit more risk sometimes. And I would like to see it in the forward areas.
Yeah, I agree. No, 100%. Well, it's almost just over 2 hours before kickoff as well.
Yeah. But, what time's the lineup, Ben?
The lineup will probably be in about an hour's time.
An hour.
So yeah, but what I will do is now we'll just wrap this up.
Yeah, man.
Score prediction.
I can't even do that right now, but I would like to see us win by 2-0 or something like that. I'll be happy with that.
Or is it because you haven't seen a lineup yet?
It makes a difference, but either way, we've got enough players there to get that goal in it. And I just hope that we can just keep that clean sheet thing that we're doing. And then if we can do that, we'll get chances. You never know. You might see a masterclass from Saka. I mean, I don't put that pressure on him, but you never know. So let's see.
Yeah, exactly that. And we've got match winners. But yeah, mine is 3-1. I've been sticking with that all week, regardless of who starts. But we're at home, man. We should be beating these lot, man. You know what I mean? Thomas Frank will come with a low block, as we know. You know what I mean? And we just know that Thomas Frank, if he sets up like how he sets up his Brentford teams, because he could frustrate. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and looking forward to the game. And as ever, thanks to my brother Damos coming on, and it's
man, good.
Looking forward. You know what I mean? Just looking forward, and come on, you Arsenal.
Let's go, man.
Let's go. Take care.